Call in, connect. To speak to Randi, call 561-270-3844. 561-270-3844.
This morning, the first look inside the FBI's dramatic search of Mar-a-Lago. This photograph showing document after document, labeled secret and top secret in bold red letters, recovered at an unsecured resort. Look closely. You'll see one labeled HCS, initials for Human Intelligence Control System, meaning it likely contains information about or the identities of U.S. spies and informants. DOJ's 36 motion challenging Trump's need for a special master also provides the most detailed narrative thus far of why the FBI took the extraordinary step of searching the home and offices of a former president. The new details include a rare submission of grand jury material from an ongoing investigation, revealing in May a grand jury subpoena was issued for classified documents stored at Mar-a-Lago. The filing describing how FBI officials went to the resort to pursue the material in June. DOJ suggesting that the Trump team was misleading at every turn. This filing includes a June 3rd document from a Trump attorney certifying that all classified documents had been turned over.
Whoops.
But soon afterwards, the FBI uncovering multiple sources of evidence indicating that the response to the May 11th grand jury subpoena was incomplete and that the classified documents remained at the premises. And for the first time, startling specific allegations of obstruction of justice. According to the court filing, the FBI developed evidence that government records were likely concealed and removed from the storage room at Mar-a-Lago, and that efforts were likely taken to obstruct the government's investigation. Some of that classified material found in a series of desks in Trump's office. More than 100 documents recovered. Again, this after Trump's attorney had claimed that all the material had been turned over.
Whoops. Don't you hate it when attorneys need attorneys? Don't you hate when that happens? That only happens to the DOJ. That only happens to the GOP, okay? That only happens to Republicans. It's mine, and I declassified it. So if you read through these 36 pages, that, first of all, let's just explain why we have 36 pages to read about an ongoing investigation. The reason we have them is because Idiot Boy didn't know what his defense could possibly be for taking these documents, for storing them in the Mar-a-Lago Resort Hotel, where international travelers, many of whom have been accused of being foreign spies, go in and out as if it's a Neiman Marcus without any ID. So the reason why we have 36 pages from the DOJ is because he asked for a special master to do filtration of documents to prevent attorney-client privilege documents from ending up in the hands of the Department of Justice, the prosecutors. 2 weeks after the Department of Justice took possession of the documents. Now, he knows, because he's not stupid. He's an idiot, but he's not stupid. He keeps doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That's an idiot. And what he keeps doing over and over again, expecting a different result, is delaying. Delay. So after 2 weeks, knowing that DOJ has a special filtration team. Now, why would he know that? Because a special filtration team was exactly what was needed when Michael Cohen was raided. And Donald Trump was the president at that time. And Michael Cohen was acting as Donald Trump's attorney. So they had to filter Michael Cohen's documents at the Department of Justice, where they charged and prosecuted Michael Cohen after a grand jury indicted him. So he knows that. But 2 weeks later, he says, okay, we have no idea what our defense is going to be, blah, blah, blah. So you know what? Let's ask for a special master and just slow it all down. And yesterday, everybody was, just fumfering and stammering. Well, will this slow it down? Will it slow it down? Well, it seems that the judge that he brought this, request to is a South Florida judge that he himself appointed, a female judge here in Florida, a Trump appointee. And she said she was inclined to grant him a special master. Well, I had no problem with him being granted a special master. In fact, I thought, well, let's get it over with. Let's do it really quick. So he can't delay and let them filter the damn stuff too. But she didn't really want to do it, believe it or not. And so she gave the Department of Justice a chance to respond to the request. That is why we have 36 pages of documents that allege that Donald Trump concealed these documents from Mr. Bratt, who is the head of the counterintelligence division of the Department of Justice, and also that foreign extraction to whatever, the export control team, which sounds like it has something to do with soybeans. But no, it has to do with nuclear weapons and nuclear information. So when Bratt went down there on June 3rd, because Bratt knew that they had lied to the FBI, saying these 15 boxes that we turned over, that's all there is. A lawyer signed a document saying that they had ascertained that they had done a thorough search, that they had questioned Donald Trump thoroughly and are assured that there were no further classified documents on the premises. They signed off on that. Christina Bobb, that idiot from OAN that is now representing Donald Trump, but only on the TV, she's the one who signed it. She now needs a lawyer. Cochran, the other lawyer, he needs a lawyer because they covered up what Donald Trump was doing. And what he was doing was hiding. He was hiding the matzah. He was literally hiding the documents. He concealed the document. And this is what they saw in the videotape. Remember, I kept saying they saw something. We don't know what they saw yet, but they saw something going on the videotape that they subpoenaed from Maga Loco. And they looked at that videotape and they must have seen something. And I don't know what they saw because they haven't told us yet. Well, now we know what they saw. They saw Donald Trump and his team of lawyers and staff taking the top secret classified. Now, these people should never, ever even lay a finger on these documents. They don't have the clearance to lay a finger on these documents. And what's really interesting is at this moment in time and when all this stuff was being subpoenaed, Donald Trump didn't have clearance either. So the stuff he stole, he wasn't even entitled to look at again. No, don't look at it. But they concealed and they took that stuff out under the cover of darkness, moved it, and then said there's nothing left in the storage room, thinking that they were too cool for school, that they had subverted and subverted the FBI's investigation. And now the lawyers need lawyers because he still had over 100 top secret, compartmentalized intelligence documents having to do with, we're led to believe, nuclear weapons. I said nuclear secrets. They said nuclear weapons. And human intelligence likely that compromised the lives of all these people we were reading yesterday suddenly disappeared, were killed in covert operations. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to RandiRhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.